Hey Warren, my name is Todd Brown and I run a business here in Charleston, South Carolina. We're called Return to Zero Recording and Rehearsal. As you can see, I also do live sound for events and concerts and things like that. I have a 2,400 square foot building here on James Island that we're very proud of, and I would like to show you what we have and what we use and how humble and simple it can be. If you'll follow me, I'll show you. My ugly garage. It just holds all things awesome audio. And then we come into the hallway. It's kind of like an art gallery. Try to make it neat. The idea is when you come in here, the ugly warehouse and the world goes away, and you're able to come into this little time machine that we have that promotes comfort and creativity, and all kinds of really good things happen here. As you can see, I have art on my walls. I have a chalkboard of shame. It has all kinds of vile things on it. You know how musicians are. But come on in here, I'll show you the live room. 995 square feet with a 14-foot ceiling. We also hold rehearsals in here for large bands, 10 or more members. I'm the largest room in Charleston to do so. So I'm very lucky to have that. As you can see, we have a couple of house kits. We have a PA set up in here. We have a microphone selection that's meager. It's affordable and mid-range everything. We are a guitar and bass world. We are set up for just about anything you can imagine that the world can throw at you. And we're all very, very lucky to be able to work in this business in this city. I grew up punk rock. That's all I really know. I love all kinds of music, but the punk rock skateboarding culture is what raised me, and I tend to put that tenacity and that DIY spirit into everything we do here. So if you'd follow me, I'll show you my control room. I like to believe that this is where the collection really began. We run a program called Digital Performer 7. We're kind of behind the times with that. We don't really use Pro Tools, even though I have a Pro Tools rig for clients who request a Pro Tools transfer, or if they're going on to another studio, they could do that. Let me just press play here, and hopefully it is not so loud. Let's see. My band Rehearsal. We play punk rock. We tracked this here. This was one of our many records that I've made in the last year. I've probably made now almost 20 in the last maybe 17 months. So it's been a blessing to have my local people come and entrust me to do exactly what they love and kind of make me a part of the band for a few days. And you got to let people know you're on their side, and I think it's 98% a people business. We are a service industry. I'm in the business of yes. I use meager gear that I can afford. I use the Mark of the Unicorn 828s as my conversion. I have my really nice little PreSonus monitor controller. You can see I've got so many damn speakers. I think it requires that so that you can listen on many, many systems and try very hard for what you do here to kind of transfer to the outside world. Some of the mathematics that I've done, I've put up a lot of bass trapping and things in here, and a lot of diffusion and absorption. It's simple, you know, it wasn't that hard. I run a really simple rig. I have a few old school tube things. That's been kick and snare for over a decade. I don't know, the lights don't work in it anymore, but it really kicks ass. I use the ACP88, which is normally used for a live setting, as my inserts and gates, and it goes on just about anything you can think of. And it's never hot patched. It's always one at a time as needed. I'll pull it out and plug it in because I don't need all this stuff half the time. Very proud of my 40-channel Soundcraft console. that I have carried from event to event for nearly 7 years, and I finally retired it here while it can do its last 8 or 9 years of service here. It is our house input and is also our monitor controller. I do a little bit of commercial music here and there, so I keep my keyboards up and running. We have the Hearback headphone system here, which was absolutely mind-blowing into the value added that it put into the studio, because it used to be that you had to make monitor mixes off the console, and it would take hours. And when I purchased this beast, it gave several hours back to the band. I mean, they're paying for it, aren't they? And then you can follow me into, this is where we do all the vocals, really. We just do it right here. We don't really, I have a vocal booth, you know, and it's functioning utilitarian and it works well. I also use it to isolate big loud guitar amps if need be, and stretch their speaker cables out to their heads out there in the live room. We're pretty much set up for about 85% isolation. That's not bad. It is a $12,000 build out in this building, because it was a big ugly white warehouse when we came. So much of it was already made for us. That is why we chose to rent this place. So we were very lucky to get it. We started in 2012. Now we are called Return to Zero Recording and Rehearsal. And that's my little lobby in here, which has toy collections and different cult items that I've collected over the last 35 years of my life. And this is Return to Video. This is my dear friend Zach's place. He makes all of the social media content and all of the video content for bands and concerts and my band Voorhees, and just about anything you can think of, we can cut it here and make it. So we've got a pretty all-in-one kind of one-stop shop thing. We do live production, we do rehearsals, we do tracking, we do mixing, we do mastering, and we do video. It's sort of a multifaceted conglomeration of oh my god. Thank you for watching. I am absolutely humbled by the amazing community that we're a part of all across the United States and the world, coast to coast, sea to sea. And Warren, I hope you understand that I'd like very much for you to come visit me and come see what we do here in Charleston, and you're always welcome. Thank you all very much. Todd Brown, Return to Zero, Charleston, South Carolina.